Here I'm talking about youth that is coming from broken families. By broken family, I mean to say where mom and dad are usually not compatible with each other. They are fighting with each other so much that it disturbs the entire environment in the house. And they are just so busy with themselves, sorting out their own issues all the time. One is emotionally down, one is angry, one is outside the house. And in that case, you feel left out. As a child in the house, as a youth in the house, as a teenager in the house, you feel left out, as if nobody cares for you. And these people, the very people who were supposed to care for you, are not caring for you enough. So what do you do in that case? How do you handle it? First of all, they are fighting, they are not resolving their own issues in a really mature way, in a really adult way. And you may think that they are in their 40s, 50s, or whatever age group they are in, they are your parents, so they must have more knowledge and they must be much wiser and in life, and they know what is emotional intelligence, and they should have their emotions balanced and not throw rage or abuse on the other partner. You may think all these things should have happened, right? But they haven't. It may look like all these adults are grown-ups, but they are not. They stopped growing the day they turned 18. The day their body stopped growing and they attained the age of drinking alcohol or driving, they stopped growing. So don't think they are mature, any more mature than you, which is okay. This world is full of adults like that. You'll find that kind of people not just inside the house as your parent, they will be there in offices and corporates and so many walks of life. Immaturity is there. People may have attained a lot of mental maturity by being clever, which is not the true definition of being mentally mature. But they might have, just by being clever, they might be covering up a lot of their mental maturity. But people usually fail to emotionally mature. But there is a big learning here. If you think your parents are not emotionally mature, if you think your parents are not giving you enough attention, enough time, and enough of whatever the love, the care that you needed, and then that is a big learning for you also. Are you going to become like that? Are you really asking the question that if I think my parents are emotionally immature, then what is it needed for me to be emotionally mature? Tomorrow, if my child hits another child and comes home and doesn't tell me, lies about it, and the other kid's parent come to my house saying your kid was beating my kid and this is just so wrong and this and that, and your child just goes on denying and goes on lying about it, how will you handle it? There are so many times when kids puts us into such an embarrassing condition, then what will you do in those cases? So are you really asking a question, first of all, what is needed for emotional maturity? And are you doing that? And if you cannot talk to anybody, just don't take your parents' life very seriously. I know it is very hard to do, and I totally understand what it means for you. And it's a very traumatic condition but if you are not financially stable, if you are young enough and you cannot earn, then I really understand that you do not have a choice to get out of the house and live on your own. And until you are able to do that, you somehow have to survive in that house. And the best way to do that is be busy with what all activities you can do. Be positive about life, because not all adults are like that. Do not role model your parents here. Not all parents are like that. Not all adults are like that. There are many sane and wise people in this world. There is still love in this world. Just because you are not getting the love from your parents at home, I know you will start looking for love from other people. The closeness with other people. The closeness with other human beings. You will start looking for it. But make sure You're not finding it, you're not looking it at the wrong places. Teenagers usually make a mistake there, and out of their desperation for finding love and finding closeness and finding intimacy, they go and look for wrong options. So you have to be very, very thoughtful here in your head. That is the relationship that you are creating in your life, the people whom you are going after in your life. Is it coming from the fact that you lack love in your house? Or is it truly coming from the space of love and abundance in your heart? If it is coming from that lack, you will land up in another lack. If it is coming from that wound in your psyche, in your emotional body, if it is coming from that, then definitely you will land up at a wrong place with the wrong person. And then you will cry more. So just be very mindful, just be very thoughtful after whom you are going and what are you exactly doing. Just do not let the drama of your parents impact you and create an impulse in you. And just don't do what they are doing. Be emotionally wise and be really down to earth. Just be grounded.